Yes, the team that I built played in the NA Elite Series Open Quals.
I mean, I do appreciate Vanessa's ball movement so a lot, but it only works if you're able to actually result in it, and it does. Finesse able to get on the board.
Oh, hold on.
Wally.
Wallaby Gangsta picks the pockets, looking for Sir Grizzles, but that shot will be denied.
Grizzle's gonna look for Wallaby, but he can't get the angle. The back pass and the shot. Puffy. Nah, Drew needs to be there, and he is.
So the reset, back to the top of the key, past the Wallaby Gangsta, over to Sir Grizzles, goal! Run, grabs it, sends it forward, and, well, actually, Barcode not going to be able to feel that. Who's going to be able to actually just knock that loose, which means it's not going to be an easy transition up the field, but it doesn't matter. Look at the perfect ball movement from one to the next. Pass across, Sir Grizzles punches it home.
Which is a $1,000 tournament. Part of the reason I haven't been posting is because I've been putting a lot of time and effort into making sure the team runs well, and we sort of prepared well going into this qualifier, because with the $1,000 prize pool, it is the biggest tournament for Rematch since beta. So we need to make sure we are well prepared and make sure we qualify first week, so we get another 3 weeks to prepare for the top 16 and the top 8 from yesterday qualify. So technically it puts our team top 8 in NA right now. I don't want to make this video before the qualifier was played out, because with us qualifying top 8 in the first course, it kind of qualifies me to be talking about a topic like this, because I've been calling out on people on talking about stuff that they don't know, just, you know, stepping into territory that they shouldn't be in. So I didn't want to do anything about like building a team or how to build a team before my teams actually like achieve something, which is qualifying top 8. But now with us qualifying into the top 16, I felt like it was a bit more appropriate for me to give an opinion, or like just sort of let people know how you can go about this. So in this video, I'm going to try to like break it down as much as I can into different like specifics, but I don't want to be too specific, so like everyone can have their own interpretation on how they want to build a team. So for a start, you kind of have to decide if you want to play or do you want to manage. For me, early on, I know I don't want to be putting another 2,000 or 3,000 hours into mechanics for another game, just because I've spent maybe 20 to 25,000 hours on other esports titles already. And from doing all of that, I found out my best ability is to enable other people to be at their best ability, to perform well, and sort of provide feedback to players to improve. So I kind of made the decision that I will be a coach rather than playing. So it is a decision for you to make before you even start trying to build a team, that if you want to play or do you want to coach or sort of manage. So once you've decided that, we have 2 ways to go. The first one's to play. The other one is to manage the team. So let's go on the playing side first. If you decided you're going to be a player in that team, you sort of automatically picked up that captain role just because you start the team. And basically you have the most say about what kind of players you want to get. If you decide to manage, you kind of have to leave a bit of space for your players to kind of decide who they want. Well, of course, one way you can just get 5 players together and then put them in a team, and then, you know, you just kind of help them train, build a good team environment, and basically set the team up for success. Which kind of leads into my next point, is how you want to do your recruitment. But before you do your recruitment, you also kind of have to think about what kind of play style you want to play. Do you want it to be like a very rotational base, so you don't have a set defender, a set striker, a set midfield, or whatever they call it now, like just a more rotational base team? Or do you want to have like a more positional base team, so you can sort of have a defender that always stays back, a striker that always stays up, and then you get your 2 like midfield going up and down? So that's kind of how you like, what you need to decide before you even start recruiting players, is to sort of establish a play style that you want your team to play. And being a manager kind of role, for this point in time, you either find yourself approaching a team that's already established, or they've got players already, or you're building a team from the ground up. And if you go to a team, you don't really get to pick your players. You just have to kind of deal with what you get, which is kind of the way that I went about with my team. I have my players. Like, obviously, I looked at them and I know how they play, and I know what they do best. So I kind of just have a system to bring out the best of them. But if you as a coach and you go into a new team, or you go into a team that have players already as a new coach, and you can't really pick who you want. You just kind of have to find a system or develop a system that brings out the best from the players that's already there, rather than, you know, just signing a completely new team. Moving on to recruiting players, there's a few ways you can do this. The first way is you can put up a looking for player post, or you could go to the looking for team post on Discords. I think these are the two main ways, and less time consuming for you to actually put the team together, because people are looking for a team, you're looking for players. People are gonna start DMing you, or you're gonna start DMing players to basically look at who you want to bring in and do trials and stuff. Or the other way is what I did to build this team. Essentially what I did was I went to look at all the beta tournaments. I literally sat through all of them, plus other people's personal vote, to look at what kind of players are good enough and it fits my play style of how I want the team to play. Just to recap that part, the way you can do your recruitment is you put a looking for player post, or you go to the looking for team post on Discords, or you spend time like me and do other votes review, or just look at tournament votes and look at what players you want that fits your play style, and then you maybe approach them and see if they want to be in your team. So now you've decided on your players. Maybe you have a trial pool of like 8 or 9 players, and this is a time where you want to start setting up scrims just to rotate everyone out, in and out, to see what players kind of get to the standard that you want them to be. Once the trial phase is done, you're gonna have to start looking at setting up more scrims so that you can get your playstyle down and just to build chemistry within the team. From the scrims, you also want to do your VOD reviews. A VOD review is probably the best way you can learn the mistakes, look at what you can improve, and how as a team you want to progress, you know, other stuff you want to try out. Besides scrims, rank is also a good option, not from like a improving standpoint. I think rank right now, it's more of a chemistry building or team bonding kind of activity you want to do, because the rank right now, especially for NA, is really not that high level. I've been in elite games and they are like actually ass. So you can do rank for team building, and then you do scrims for like team improvement, or anything you want to like specifically try out, or like just basically put your theory into practice is what you want to do in scrims. And then make sure you do your VOD reviews after scrims, or if you participate in a tournament like us, then do your VOD reviews for that, because that's important too. And finally, I'm going to give you some like important points to look out for from my own experience. The first thing you want to look for is you have to just make sure your team's not toxic, because if your team's toxic, there's no moving forward. Your team's going to get disbanded in like 2 weeks, maybe a month, but it wouldn't be a long-term thing. If there's a player that's toxic in your team, that's kind of just fucks up the whole thing. So you don't want any toxicity in your team. The second thing I would look for is how coachable a player is. You could get the best mechanical players, but if they are not coachable, or they're not open to criticism or feedback, or they're not open to like a team environment, then there's no point of getting them in, because at the end of the day, you can only do so much as an individual player in this game. If you don't play as a team, you are fucked. One thing that I personally look for is previous esports experience. That's purely based on because of how someone handle pressure. It's not really like a coachable thing. It's more of like a phase you have to just go through, that you understand the pressure and how you react under pressure, and then how you adjust to it. It's also a thing that comes with time. If you have like a new players that's really never played any competitive esports titles, they are gonna struggle a little bit at the start, but if you just, you know, stick with them, they might go through that phase and make it out the other side, and they'll be fine. Another thing is potential. I know the game's early on right now. This is like the first week of release. There's a lot of new players still like coming in, transitioning from maybe Rocket League, Valorant, FIFA. So you have your established player from like all the betas and stuff, and then you have your new players. Most of the established players will already have a team. The players that are probably just looking for team or a free agent right now are from teams that are disbanded or got kicked, or they're completely new players from another game. So look out for their potential. Don't just look for like, oh, if they're not elite yet, or they've not played any competition or tournaments. Try not to be too harsh on that, because it's still fairly new. No, it's basically new. You don't get a lot of like experienced players from the scene yet. Yeah, so basically that's like how you wanna, you know, build a successful team, I'd say. This is not really like a the definitive guide on how you do it. It's just more of like a suggestion or like opinion from myself. I've done this video basically trying to help everyone that's trying to build a team to achieve something. This is just like a starter video to help you sort of get there, because I know there's a lot of people trying to build team right now that doesn't really know what to do, or they just kind of get a group of players together, they play, and then they don't succeed, and then they disband, and then like you just keep going in the circle and you never get anywhere. So this is more of like a educational video, I guess, to like let you know how they want to approach on building a team. But yeah, that's enough of me yapping. If you have any sort of comments, like opinions or whatever, if you just want to call me out for having no qualification for fucking doing this, then comment down below, and I'll try to hopefully do similar videos in the future on just, you know, helping out people, helping out players that want to build a team. And yeah, I guess fucking hell, I've been yapping for a while. I'll see you guys next time. Fuck off.